start this quarterback wanted, you're going to have to be really good about having a short-term memory and just turn the page. There is tons of football here to be played. You made a big mistake on that last throw. Don't let it beat you for the rest of this football game. You've got a lot of ball left to play. You've got to keep going.
And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And perhaps a slightly more difficult attempt from the 8. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Offense getting set for first down. From the gun, the running back has it.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Dialing up a second down pass play. Looking to take a shot. Makes the catch on the left. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room.
Going for it all. Touchdown, Georgia! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them.
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. You can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
Lining up for the PAT. Splits those uprights right in half. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Indiana went into hostile territory and came away with a convincing victory. The Hoosiers always seem to get everyone's best punch, but today they were the ones who delivered the knockout. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. And the ball is free on the pitch. How about that alert play from the defense to scoop it up?
You've got to have better ball security on offense. The football possession, that is priceless. Losing possession, turning the ball over, that kills you in games, that loses games, and that is a bad, bad play at a bad time.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for it.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fair catch called for and made. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. first down. Now on the option. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw on that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it and try to get his offense some positive yards.
Ran the ball on first down. Let's see what they do on second. They'll leave it with the lone back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Rebels want to crank the tempo. They'll immediately call timeout. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. On the move. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down.
You just hold your breath every time this QB keeps the football in the running game, man. With his speed, he's a threat to hit the home run every time he totes the rock.
And the Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. Fires left. Wide open downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense.
And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Rebels! I'm not sure anyone even breathed on that running back by the time he got into the end zone.
Nah, so many blockers out in front. Where are the defenders? I mean, it's a good idea. You know, the guy with the ball, that's usually the guy we want to go tackle. Go get him.
And they tacked on the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was closed out by the fantastic 25-yard touchdown run. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He's going to try his luck from the end zone. Stopped at the 26, brought it out in the end zone, picked up an extra yard. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavy.
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
Quarterback sacks is a trend that this offense would like to put an end to pretty quick. Somehow they were able to win their last game out, even though they gave up 4 sacks in that one. That was a huge point of emphasis for this coaching staff. And here early in this one, first quarter, they've now already given up 1.
So let's see if they can make up for that loss on second down from the 18. He's looking to throw. They'll run the screen. On the move in the 30. Got a lot of running room. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. His offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Going up top on first down. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Oh, man, the big fellas, they usually have the soft hands. Your security blanket is your tight end, but that one hit him in the hands, and he just couldn't pull it in.
And the incompletion brings up a second down. He's looking to throw. Makes the a stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling. The Bulldogs are rolling down the field. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Got some work to do after that last play, 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. He'll take a shot. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they put the points on the board with that 37-yard touchdown pass. They're lining up to boot it away. Out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth. I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Now the play fake. Still looking on the move. He'll try to do it himself. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously you don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Back open in the middle. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
Got the quick pass. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Off play action. Forced out of the pocket. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
He'll just keep slinging it. He's got his man. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm. What better way than converting on third down? Awesome job by the quarterback getting to his progression.
Leaves it with the running back. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver, the different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Going downfield for the big play. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. And he picked up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. The Rebels will have it 1st and 10. Takes the easy throw in the flat. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space, and getting that fast dude on the ground.
They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. Fast motion from the offense. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line. Goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You've got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a...
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And the quarterback just ran out of time there, and they were able to knock it free.
Quarterbacks have got to do a great job keeping two hands on the football, especially in passing situations like that, because you know defenders are swatting at the ball. Even if you can't see them, these guys, they're 6'5", 6'6", they've got long arms. They're trying to rip and tug away and get that ball out of your hands. A QB will learn from this play. He's got to do a better job with his fundamentals.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. A strike downfield. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
That is a really good-looking throw. And you think about the expectation level now for quarterbacks at Georgia. Matthew Stafford was the #1 pick overall. Stetson Bennett won 2 national championships. Imagine the pressure on this guy. But when you see throws like that, he makes you believe that he can step up and lead this team to yet another natty.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. That's not the way you'd like to start this set of downs. It's now 1st and 20. He's looking to throw. Finds his big tight end. And they get him down.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
Georgia lining up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Bringing it back, it's White. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Oh, yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
They'll leave it with him. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Comes out throwing on first down. He's going to fire deep. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
And that's the guy you got to try to avoid when throwing the football. He leads the nation in interception. The dude is an absolute ball hawk. You are asking for something bad to happen when you throw his way, and they're lucky he didn't pick that one.
Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
And the Rebels will punt this one away. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Looking for a deep man. And incomplete on the deep ball. This is a hard game and a hard position to play. But if you're the starter at this level, you cannot miss that throw.
No, you can't. They don't miss that very often. I mean, those are the throws that usually say big plays on. The receiver gets a step, gets open. That's not one that they usually miss.
This time he's got it. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Looking to move it through the air. Unleashes one deep. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. They'll throw it on first down. Keeps looking downfield. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
Well, the QB looked like he knew where he wanted to go with that football, but give the defense credit. They were able to swat that one away.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. 3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Every defense in the country talks about hitting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
He'll bring it back. It's Wheeler. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And that one is picked off in the end zone. Trying to take it back. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half. Just enough time for one final play of the half. They'll throw it on 1st down. He wants to take the top off. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Ready to get things going here in the 2nd half as Georgia about to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Offense ready to go back to work. Those 2 first-half turnovers really damaging, and the primary reason they find themselves trailing to start the 3rd quarter.
And this is an offense that prides themselves on taking care of the football and then having explosive plays. You know they're playing angry right now. They're mad. They know they're the reason why they're down in this game, so I expect them to come out here, lighten it up here for the first drive of the 2nd half.
Yeah, and this defense playing fast, playing physical, forcing things into action, forcing those turnovers. They played really well in this first half.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the right. It's caught downfield. That's where they'll mark him a very productive play and a 1st down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the 1st down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and he add the answer to the test right there.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. Blasted as he lets it go. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Shoots it to the left. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Now 2nd and goal and right in the teeth of this noise. Trying to punch it in. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. So loud it's rattling your fillings on 3rd and goal. What a snag by the defense. Inside the 50. Past the 30. 10. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Georgia.
Awesome job by the linebacker there in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes, spying the QB, knowing where that ball was going to get thrown, and then the ball scores, just to pluck it out of the air and take it back for a touchdown. Awesome work.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. Bringing it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. That last pick 6 after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards, but...
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And he reels it in inside the 30. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. That last play changed everything on this possession. They've got it first. Deep shot for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
Ole Miss, number 81, with the catch in the end zone.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off.
21.
They're just about ready to kick it away. Oh, he's going to take a chance. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw, using his legs to buy some time. He's got an open man. Afterburner's coming. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Man, it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Coming after it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Couldn't make the connection on first down. Now here on second. To the ground with the back. They get him down, but not before he picks up 5 down to the 17-yard line.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there that are the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. Next thing you know, you look up and you might break one of those after you got them a little bit of time.
Now on first and goal, let's see what Georgia will do. It's complete on the right side. Touchdown, Bulldogs! A great catch and run for 6. They'll try to add another to their lead. And they stay on target with the extra point of 35-21. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here and make something happen on this side of the football.
Just ran over him. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Caught over the middle. It's Thacker. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way,
he lofts one down the sideline. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
And it's some people just have a knack for the football, and he's one of those guys, and he just gets the swat right there, but he's in the top 10 in the nation in interceptions for a reason. Just such a great feel for the passing game and where guys are. It's fun to watch him.
Open runway ahead. He's at the 10, and he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Rebels.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they knew how to close the deal, rolling double nickels and the 55-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit about to go to work. Oh, he's going to go for the return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, you know, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
28.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Working on the right. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. First down here for the offense. Wide receiver shows motion. They'll keep it on the ground. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
On second down, they'll take to the air. Right down the middle. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth-quarter play for this defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, what a play by the defense there. Trailing here in the fourth quarter by one possession. Able to steal it away now and put their offense in position to at least go tie this game.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him.
And that is your job. The O-line has to protect their quarterback. That's the most important position on the field. You got to make sure you keep him upright. You got to do a better job.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And that's such a good job by this defense. This offense is trying to find a spark, trying to get back in this football game. They're trying to be aggressive. The defense answers, and now you put your offense in a beautiful position to go out, execute a really good drive, and put a little distance between the other squad.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation.
Throws toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Dogs! They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. The kickoff team out there getting set. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum.
He lets it fly. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Movement here from the tight end. He's going to pass. Finds his target down the middle. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
He's looking to throw it. Fires to the big fella. They get him down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup and a first down.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Not much room to run. Let's give him one to the 33.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
In football, you hear the term quick, don't hurt. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. And if they can find the end zone here, that might be all she wrote. 1st and goal. Quickly complete. Touchdown, Georgia! What a grab and go for the score. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
And he tacks on the extra point. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss!
I love this tight end because, man, he's a weapon in the passing game. A big guy, big target, and he has a lot of ability after the catch. You saw it on that touchdown.
He'll try to tack on one more. Bangs it through for an extra point. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Pollard, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. And you want that clock to run. Really good pickup on 2nd down there. Leaves them with 3rd and 2.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Got his man on the right. He will not get there. They'll turn it over on downs, and that leaves the door open.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Takes a hit as he fires. Got a man in the middle. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Trying to find his man on 1st down. He lobs one high down the left side. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot. Well, the defense didn't get caught napping there. In this situation, you know they have to stay alert for the deep ball.
Yeah, so what defense am I going to call? I'm going to keep some DBs back deep. I'm going to keep my safety a little bit deeper, understanding they're down. They're going to have to attack down the field. I'm going to stick to my passing sets, my nickels, my dimes.
Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Wide out in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude.
A shot toward the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
Perfect timing. Got there right when the ball got there. Didn't get there a little bit early. Saving the touchdown. Nice timing by that defender.
They were really starting to put a drive together. After a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. They're trying to get to him. On target to the left. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it. But now defense, this is a situation where you say, I'm just going to eat clock, up by several possessions. Eat clock, get out of here with a W.
Leaves it with the back. Across the 25, he's got room. Nothing but green ahead. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pickup at the 25.
Man, this is where the defense knows they have to make a play. You're ripping at the football, trying to force a fumble, doing whatever you can late in this football game to try to give your offense a chance with the football, because otherwise that clock's just going to continue to tick, and this one's going to be over.
The give to the tailback. Got some room, made it to the goal line. Takes it into the end zone for the touchdown on the final play. The denouement. The epilogue. The finishing touch.
And some people might say they should have taken a knee, run the clock out. This offense believes, I'm going to run the football. It's your job to stop it. And they add a rushing touchdown and another 6 to the scoreboard.
So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they put together 3 consecutive wins and seem to have righted the ship.
Dang right. How do you handle adversity? Every coach talks about that. They've dealt with it now. They got the loss. They had a little bit of struggle early in the season. What do? You respond by putting a winning streak together, gaining some momentum as the season closes.
And sometimes the good thing about losing games early is that you know you're not perfect. You have to come out. You've got to bring your A game to the part each and every week, and that's
Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Titletown, some call it, a moniker that many claim, but this city lives thanks to the Alabama Crimson Tide. Today, a ranked versus ranked matchup as a couple of top 25 teams get set to go jaw to jaw. As we'll see the number 18 team in the country, the Missouri Tigers, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Missouri ready to kick off to get us underway. From inside the 15, here's the return. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The offense lining up for a first down play. Use the play fake, now to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit, forcing the incompletion?
2nd and 10 here. Looking for a man. It's Milroe. Takes the easy completion. At the 40, there he goes. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Every good quarterback is first a game manager. At Alabama, that used to be sort of a label of derision, but now they're not only that, they're playmakers.
Yeah, and it's what they used to ask them to do. Like they were very comfortable handing the ball off, running the ball, controlling the clock, trying to keep your defense fresh. Nah, bro. If you can't score points now, if you can't get first downs and go get any touchdowns, you're not going to be on the field.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. This time it's complete. At the 35, he's loose. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. What a nice job getting rid of the football. Not only avoiding the sack, but getting the nice gain.
And taking a shot. Getting hit as he throws it, showing some toughness. But going through his progression, he couldn't find anybody open. Finally went to his running back, got him the football, and he did the rest.
Got his man downfield. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Alabama! You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Manning. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First down for this offense. They think there's room to run to the right here. Now they've got breathing room. Got 6 all the way out to the 20.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
They'll give it to the back. And knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Gets the job done on third down as he gets it to the 25 before he's brought down.
Well, we knew coming into this game that field position was going to be massive. They had their backs against the wall in their own opening drive, but a really nice job there on the run, third down, getting some breathing room, moving the sticks.
Missouri has it ready to go with another first down. Gets it out fast. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
And the Tigers have their offense in high gear. The running back has it. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quick release on the RPO. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, get in that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. He's going for it all. And the pass hits, picked off.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guys. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
Fires one high and deep. Snags it down the right side. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. Off-play action on first down. He's not afraid to go deep. And that pass picked off. Takes it the other way. He's at the 40. At the 20. A gargantuan play by this offense and the defense reeling as we come to the end of the first quarter. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Quarterback on the keeper. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Really, really nice football play. Man, I got to understand option football. I got to play my responsibility, make sure that I know what I'm doing. Look at the linebacker. Great job doing that. Staying patient, getting to the quarterback, making the big tackle.
Got it in the middle. It's Miller. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
Coaches always tell their quarterbacks, you can't go broke taking the profit. You can't always hit posts and bombs deep down the field. If the coverage takes away throws downfield, just take what's underneath and let your receiver advance the football.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll lead the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. On the option. He'll toss it. And that one will go in reverse. The defense all over that pitch on the option. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Here comes that Alabama offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now, having given up multiple first downs on this drive. Somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleed.
He wants to throw. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And he's still trying to get away, and he will not. Oh, what a terrible play. Where did he think he was going? That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on first down. Back to throw, it's Milroe. They're setting up the screen. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. He'll need some juice in that arm on 3rd and long. Grabbed over the middle, it's Henderson. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll bring it back. It's Burden. He only needs a sliver of daylight. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Looking to move it through the air. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Yeah, and I'll give him toughness points. He stood in there, stared down the barrel, got whacked, but I won't give him smarts points because he threw into double coverage. You got to make a better decision than that. So try not to get walloped, and definitely don't throw up into double coverage.
Quickly out to the tight end. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Back to throw, it's Cook. Fires to the wideout. Working the middle. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
Really sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Motion from the offense. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Lets it fly deep downfield. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on 4th down.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass. You saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
He'll start this drive firing. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect and keep the drive going.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. They'll go back to work after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 36. And the ball is intercepted. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Looking downfield, it's Cook. Firing to the right, complete. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Going to take a shot. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Got room on the return. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. They start this third quarter, 1-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
They'll try the run. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it. Now it's just going to be a passing game.
They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Cook. Fires toward the end zone. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
And this guy's just never been able to get into a rhythm all game long, whether it's been because of pressure or the defense disguising their coverages. He just doesn't seem right. And as a result, he's now thrown 3 picks in this game.
After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. The play action fake. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
And the defense comes up with the sacks. And this defense has been dialed in all day. Really, really good job. This offense is going to have to find something different, do something to try to stretch this D and make them feel uncomfortable.
On 3rd down, going up top. Unloads to the wideout. He can't make the grab. It's incomplete, but there is a flag, and I believe this is going to be pass interference. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. He's going to pass, buying some time as he moves left. Going to try to get it himself. Still on his feet at the 45. No, he loses the ball after the huge gain. Bounced right back to them. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the wideout. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dropping back, it's Milroe. Looking for the score. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Bama!
This quarterback really does a nice job seeing the field and reading coverage. And when you go empty and you spread the defense out, it's easier to see what the defense is doing.
It's a fake. Holder looking to throw. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Trying to beat the D deep. Makes the grab on the right. Oh, look out. There he goes. And he's got enough for a first down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the third.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Alabama 13, Missouri 0.
And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. Hand off from the shotgun. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wants to throw. It's Cook. Unleashes to the end zone. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that just kind of caps off this day. It's been a day with not a lot of rhythm, not a lot of timing, not a lot of guys on the same page, and they weren't right there, and the quarterback throws an INT, and this one is not looking good.
And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Now improvising. Hit as he throws. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. After the incompletion, here comes 2nd and 10 from the 32. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now 3rd down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock. But the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
3rd down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Fires to the middle. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone.
Makes the catch down the right side. Off he goes. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Oh, man, the quarterback almost just threw his second interception on his many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked off.
Going for 6. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
They keep attacking through the air. And it's caught for the late touchdown. So how about this? Maybe we are set up for a finish.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. Just under a minute and a half to play, and to have a shot, you got to believe they have to recover this onside kick. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. So we've got a tight spot here, David. They'd love to run out the clock, but all those timeouts staring at them.
Yeah, they got 3 timeouts on defense, but I know a first down ends this football game. So I got to get my guys physical, ready to roll.
Yeah, because you know this defense is going to be playing the run. They're going to be loading the box, trying to get tackles, using their timeouts to get the football back. So this is going to come down to who's better in the trenches.
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing it. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They're starting to feel a little desperation here, David. They just can't press yet.
It's go time. We got to put some drives together.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The first down sack pushes the ball back for this long 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Cook. Throws to the wideout. And this senior quarterback a little too bold there, and he's lucky he didn't get picked off throwing into double coverage. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. He'll try to take it back. The 20. Touchdown Tide. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. He doesn't get it back to the 25. He's out of bounds at the 21-yard line. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. The deficit is large. Hope is fainting, but they'll try to finish strong.
They made a lot of mistakes in this game, and that's why it looks like they're going to take the L. Lots of things to improve on, lots of things to coach upon, and at this point, I think if you're a head coach, David, you're just trying to see which of your guys aren't quitting late.
Yeah, which is a real thing, by the way. Who's going to compete to the final whistle? What do we talk about all the time? Coaches are always preaching to these guys. Don't worry about the scoreboard. Just compete as hard as you can. So,
And the quarterback brought up 2 and sacked at the 12.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the fourth quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
and now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
On 4th down, going to the air. And is going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
Well, and at this point of the game, in the second half down 3 possessions, you're not punting anymore. Every 4th down you're going to be going for, regardless of where you are on the field. The problem is, defense knows it too, so they're going to play call accordingly. That time, they had a better play call on. They execute. It's just been that kind of day for this offense.
That last field goal was huge. Now it takes a touchdown to beat you and not a lot of time to get it if you cover the kickoff well. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. One more play to pad the stats. Going up top on 1st down. Got him, and nobody's close. He's off to the races. He's at the 10. And the consolation prize there. He gets into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but at least a score as the clock hits 0.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Makes the score Alabama 27, Missouri 15.
Sometimes it's just not your day. Things just didn't work, and that seemed to be the case here.
Yeah, they didn't get the W. They didn't do enough. But now you start to think about what could I have done differently? What do I need to become more offensively? Defensively, what can I morph into to make those extra plays, Jesse? That might be the difference in the next game that I play.
Yeah, David, they just need a little bit more. They need a little bit better effort next week. They're going to need better preparation this week in practice. There's no doubt this team has a lot of talent, but we just...
Welcome to Columbia, Missouri, Memorial Stadium and home to the Missouri Tigers, where we are anticipating quite a clash on Faurot Field today. Today, a top 25 matchup on hand, two of college football's premier teams preparing to square off. As we'll see the number 19 team in the country, the Pittsburgh Panthers, taking on the 18th ranked team in the land, the Missouri Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Missouri about to kick off to lift the lid on this one. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. First down here for the offense. They'll go to the ground. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to pass, it's Holstein. And the quarterback is snowed under.
Middle linebackers, they're middle linebackers because they're right in the middle of the defense. You put guys that have a nose for the football because they literally line up over the football every single time. They play the run well, and look at this. How about this? Rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, getting the big sack.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. It's complete. A huge pickup. And he breaks into the open. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it with a flair, a 77-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Manning. Offense set on first down. Give to the single back. Open space at the 25.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Here's the handoff. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
That play had 0 shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. The running back, before he could go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
He'll take the deep shot. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. So on their first drive of the game, they're going to roll the dice a little bit and go for it on fourth down in their own territory. Lets it fly. He'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted. And after the interception, he brings it back and gets it inside the 35.
Well, he started rolling to his right, and because of that, it allowed the defender some time to close the distance between himself and the intended target.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on first down and just about turned the thing over. After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. Looking downfield, it's Holstein. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. 3rd play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on 3rd and long. Feeling some heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Getting some heat. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on 4th down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on 4th down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll go right back to the run. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They've just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases to get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
A great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
The give to the back. At the 35, he's open. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Tigers are on the move. Comes out throwing on first down. Looking to scramble. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
Pittsburgh, 7, Missouri, 0.
First down to start the drive after the break. Out of the gun, the give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Looking for a man. It's Cook. He looks that one in nicely. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. The pitch. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Missouri!
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, he put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
Lining up to add another. Right down the boulevard. An impressive 66-yard touchdown drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He'll return it. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. A big play for the defense with the first down sack. Now, advantage D as the offense comes up on second down. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Yeah, that was a good play on the ball, getting his hand up and getting the tip, getting the deflection. The ball bounces up in the air, falls to the ground, incomplete pass.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. Pitt will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He gets a block. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. To the air, it's Cook. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Missouri wants to go fast. Quarterback checking the play. They're throwing for it on 4th down. He's going for a big play downfield. He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, Tigers.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. So much for the touchback. Here he comes. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep, good coverage.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.